When I look at the ancient Hebrew people, I see them as a microcosm of humanity. When we look at them, they are a representation of all mankind as a whole. Do you really believe, as you look at the world that we live in today, that the people of this world, the masses of them, are any different from ancient Israel? How many people that are on the earth in these last days and times have the same attitude, the same spirit, and the same heart as ancient Israel? Just look around you. Open your eyes and just look around you. You know, you have so many people today on the earth that want to identify themselves as being Jews. Many of them want to glorify the black Jews, and others want to glorify the white Jews. But my question to all of these people who approach the subject of Israel from the flesh, what makes you any different than the people that we're reading about here in this book? I say to you, the vast majority of them are no different from the people that walked the earth in the ancient days and times. They have not changed. They were of the flesh in those days and times, and most of them are of the flesh in these last days and times. They walk according to the flesh. The story of ancient Israel is a tragedy. It's one of the greatest tragedies in human history. I put it right alongside the very first fall of man, going all the way back to the garden. Knowing Yahuwah Elohim, knowing his name, having his prophet, having his laws, reaping the fruits of his favor, being made into a mighty nation, being led into a land that flows with milk and honey, being given everything that anybody would ever want, and even being called the children of the Most High, his chosen people. And for that, how did they repay him? By turning away from him and going after the things of darkness. I'm saying to you, I'll ask the question. I want you to just meditate on that for a moment. What makes the people of these days and times in this world any different from them? What makes them any different? There was a remnant in Israel that were faithful. There was a remnant in Israel that were true lovers of the Most High. There was a remnant in Israel among those people who truly walked in the way of righteousness and in the way of light. But as for the masses of them, they fell into corruption and rebellion. When you look back and you ask yourself the question, why is it that the Almighty is allowing things on this earth to grow so dark? Why has he not yet stretched forth his hand to stop the works of the wicked? Well, I ask you this. When you look at this world over, what do you see? Is this a world that represents the righteousness of the Almighty? Look across the nations. Look across the kingdoms. Look through the cities and to the counties. Look to the ends of the earth. And what does the people of this earth and the nations of this earth, who and what do they represent? Do they represent the high laws and commandments of Al Shaddai? Or have they, like ancient Israel, turned their backs on the truth and walked in another way? Just look around the world. You ain't got to look far. You see a lost world that has no fear of the Almighty in their hearts, that are going about each day in their own way. And like Israel, they only wanted relief for a moment so they can go back to their old carnal ways and do the things that are pleasing to their flesh. But as it pertains to the things of the Most High, they don't care. And just as Israel fell, and it was a tragic story, so are the nations and the kingdoms of this world. They're all going to crumble and fall.